Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. It is the last day of November, November the 30th. Just coming on 5:35, 5:37 in the morning. And yeah, epic Wednesday yesterday. Worked out absolutely super califragilistically. 45, 55 puts, not only once, but with the double dip later on. And no, didn't catch the bottom. Ba-bam. Absolutely spectacular ability to trade yesterday. So bring it on really quick. News just came out a couple of minutes ago. OPEC Plus has a preliminary deal for additional oil output cuts of more than 1 million barrels per day. They have been contemplating this for, about a week and a half, whether or not everybody was going to join in. Well, they got their agreement, and there you go. So quickly over to oil, because we do have a lot of people that trade oil. Like I said, you've got 79.77, which is pretty significant. If we do get a break above that, we are going to be looking for somewhere in the 81s. So be careful, be cautious over there if you are one of the CL traders. But dragging knees, you are the ambassador of Quam when it comes to trading CL. You are the man. If that's your pronoun, all right, if that's your pronoun. So I had this up already because I have been watching the Hong Kong exchange. Obviously, living over here, it matters, and I've been watching this, and I'll just show you here on a wider view. Yeah, Hong Kong's getting into a little bit of trouble here. Everything over in Asia is not as beautiful as what you're seeing over there with Japan, which is kind of just holding itself. Japan's really the final leg in everything that's going on. But yeah, you've got a you got a pretty nasty little move happening over here on Hong Kong. So we'll leave it at that. End of the month, final day of the month. Yesterday, like I said the other day, or day before, about the wiggle. That wiggle, it came. We had a 40-point range yesterday. Now, what would be very indicative for me about this wiggle process is if we can get today, not necessarily a 40-point range, but a range that is in the 30s, preferably up in the mid 30s, 35 points, and still continue to see these closes that we are absolutely fucking crushing with 45.50, 45.55, 45.50, 45.60 the day before, 45.57 the day before that. 5 days of closing here right at this 45.50, 45.60 area with, as I had already shared with you, the resistance line, that resistance line that I talk about. When you draw resistance lines, as I've said millions and millions of times, they are absolutely meaningless unless you can put the actual time to the minute when that high was placed on that day and on the other one, or the low, whatever pivots you're drawing, but the actual minute that the line was drawn, and then it only is perfect when you're looking at a 1 day, 1 minute time frame. Start changing your time frames around, you completely start moving that line up and down in different places. Again, risk using the all-time resistance line starting yesterday, 5 o'clock in the morning, was already above 260. Again, talking about the QQQ because we have been killing it with this 391, 390 call. The trade of the week, mentioned it there to elongate. 457 gap is going to get filled. This is prior to the open. Tesla 250, 251 arrived. Mark, you fucking nailed it. You crushed that entry on Tesla. Elongate you as well, but you were trying to get a little bit too much money. Again, we were getting $3 prior to the open, $7.30 on that 45.70, 45.65 call. Gave you a safe view. Again, safe edges are completely unreliable at this point in time because we haven't had any range. That Thanksgiving Day holiday completely compressed the range. And even though we did compress the range, we've tagged it only once, and that was on Tuesday, where we tagged it and then we closed below it. Yesterday we came close, 45.87, 45.89. So again, my safe edges work, but I just don't trust them in order to go and say, hey, this is a safe edge, because this range has been so compressed. They work, they fucking work. But as you see here on the bottom, I did not highlight this. I will. The bottom range, which I have mentioned many, many times about selling puts in the current environment, I would not do it. I would not feel safe about it. Well, the bottom range not only broke, but it was closed below. So there you go. Everything right there in front of you, as transparent as you want it to be. 400%. 400% on a credit spread. So what I'm about to get to here. As we come on over, Slack, there you go. The risk trades that I threw out right after the open, after seeing the prices, QQQ, 391, 390, 77 cents credit at the open, went to 91 from when I was watching it. QQQ closed at 389.81. 300 plus percent on that QQQ. IWM 181, 180 calls, like we've been talking about, they were at a quarter. I saw them up into the 50, 60, 70 area shortly after the open. IWM closed at 178.98, below 180. SPX 4570, 4565s, 345 at the open. Again, closing where we closed. As you know, full credit. But there it was with the Tesla. There it was there with Elongate 10 minutes after the opening bell, getting $4 and seeing minimum of 7 other people that got involved in it. Show the reply I put, because yep, I saw it as well. $4. Full credit. So again, it is a fantastic week, even though it has been a very compressed week. We've been trading 45.55 is our open, 45.87 was our high yesterday, 33-point range for the week. We're killing it, killing it, killing it. QQQ, same thing. Got a higher high, closed down below 390. Banking. So quick and simple into where we are and what we got going on, and get this into a week to date 5-minute and bring us. Oh, here you go. I'll stick with this one right here because this is my accurate line draw. The all-time high line will now, not all-time high, yes, all-time high and the July highs will now be down right around 45.60 today. Week to date. Okay, fuck it, 5 days. Here you go, even better. 5 days. 5 days we have been trading in this 45.68, 45.45 area. 5 days. You have to love that. Now, what we're again looking at here, this needs to be changed because that is no longer accurate because of the higher high yesterday. So I will update that. Again, right here, we have this very compressed range, which is, again, where we need to start wiggling and get that RSI technical moving. A break into this gap fill at 45.38, for me, will be absolutely significant, seeing a close below 45.41. Getting a break and a close below 45.13 will be my second indicator that now we have a very strong possibility that we've begun with our full moon, and we are going to start looking at that CPI gap and take baby steps into this absolutely enormous month of November with more gaps than, I won't even say the words because I don't want to offend anybody because I did enough of that yesterday. Hong Kong, no need to look at that. SPY, again, same thing. Looking at the SPY wider view of where we've come from and where we've gone to. I don't think I have a clean one. Yeah, that's clean enough. For those that are chart drawers or angle fucking calculators, whatever you want to call them. There's your throw over. Do 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 do. So you have everything you could possibly want going into December, and I can only stress the trades that are already out there. I am really pounding the table about this, where the zero DTE and the weekly stuff with trading single leg puts, great, fantastic, but you have a big, broad, humongous time frame in front of you with one of the cheapest fixes you've seen since January of 2020. VIX down here still well below 1339. 1255 for now seems to be the spot, but again, with it being what it is, I have a very, very hard time with Jerome Powell tomorrow, seeing how they crush the VIX on Friday tomorrow. So have an enormous Thursday. Enjoy the last day of November. For those of you that celebrate last days of the month, you're pretty damn smart because you got 12 holidays of every year. But yeah, have a great one. Fantastic Thursday. Anybody needs anything, as usual, message me directly. Get everything that you want right at your fingertips, right at your request, other than me coming over there and washing your car, because, yeah, I go to car washes. Have a good one.